This is a little complex, but I just want to get this across because this is a rapidly moving field and it's moving in a very interesting direction. So what I just told you is we store fat in our fat cells. We transport that fat to the liver through the bloodstream. The liver makes it into ketones. The ketones come out into the bloodstream from the liver, and 300 to 600 calories a day goes to the brain to feed the brain. It also turns out that the digestive tract, your intestines don't like to burn glucose. They like to burn short-chain fats. So if you eat a high carbohydrate diet, you have to eat fiber so that the bacteria inside you can eat up that fiber, turn it into short-chain fats to feed your intestine. But if you're an Inuit who, even if you believe they harvested, lichens and really sour berries and stuff and ate them in the summer for vegetables, but for 9 months a year they lived on snow and ice. There was no gatherable plant food. They had no obvious source of fiber in their diet. And how did they maintain intestinal health for that 9 months? And it turns out that very likely beta-hydroxybutyrate circulating in the blood coming from the liver is actually an excellent fuel for the blood. And multiple groups have made the observation that people with irritable bowel syndrome, which is quite common, the people with irritable bowel syndrome frequently see dramatic improvement, if not complete remission of that syndrome when they go on a well-formulated ketogenic diet, which means the liver is feeding the gut and the gut is happy under those circumstances. That's still a hypothesis, it's not proven, but I thought I'd dangle it out there because if you have IBS, it's really great to make it go away. But the really exciting thing that's happened is we now, just in the last couple of years, based on a remarkable paper published in the journal Science, and by the way, the journal Science is probably hands down the best and most dependable in terms of quality research. It stands the test of time. A little over 2 years ago, a group from San Francisco published a paper saying that beta-hydroxybutyrate is a signal that goes directly to the nucleus of the cell and changes the activity of a specific set of genes called histone deacetylases, and we won't have a test afterwards. The histone deacetylases control how your body defends itself against free radicals, what we call oxidative stress. When you have ketones circulating, you basically turn on your defenses against oxidative stress and free radicals. Which means it's like it's taking a super potent antioxidant pill, except it's coming from inside you. Now let's flip this thing over and say, when our more recent ancestors adopted agriculture and started producing lots of carbohydrates, and we ate those carbohydrates and we had our toast and oatmeal and orange juice for breakfast, that made our ketones go really low. We didn't get this signal and our defenses against oxidative stress got turned off. And maybe that's why we have to take antioxidants and eat spinach. What Aboriginal person would choose to eat spinach? In recent papers, defense against oxidative stress, stabilization of things called mast cells, which are involved in allergy and asthma. And we see a lot of people with upper airway disease get better on a low-carb diet.